மாதிரி உங்களுடைய மனதில் இருக்கக்கூடிய குறைகளை அல்லது பதிந்திருக்கக்கூடிய மறைந்திருக்கக்கூடிய ஹிடன் டேலண்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் வெளியே கொண்டு வந்து ஒரு அமைதியான அல்லது ஒரு ஆக்கப்பூர்வமான ஒரு நிர்வாகத்தையும் ஒரு கல்வி சூழலையும் தர வேண்டுங்கிறதுக்காக அவங்க நம்மகிட்ட ஒரு எம்ஓஇ பண்ணி ஸ்டோன் டு டைமண்ட் மூலிமா நம்முடைய கல்லூரிக்கு நிறைய செய்ய இருக்காங்க. ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி இதில் இன்றைக்கி தான் ஆக்சுவலாக இன்னும் த ஆனுவல் டே கெஸ்ட் ஆர் ஸோ ப்ரொஃபஷனல் தட் they are going to contribute for the continuous development of the institution. Not only that, my dear friends, today we have established a name in the field of education, but konja neram 2 minutes friends or 2 minutes அமைதியா இருங்க. See, whether it is architecture or it is engineering, what is the output we want to give? Dr. Madan already told on many occasions that you have to get your degree at the end of the 4th year. Similarly, you should get on another hand, you should get your appointment order on the other hand. One hand degree on the other hand your appointment order. For that purpose, the training and placement department, both Mr. Sambat and Dr. Devakumar is working like anything, and the team of training team and the placement team is tirelessly doing many things this year. I have to appreciate the team of training and placement. They have created many new things, many blocks, many training modules they have created, and almost we achieved the self-reliant position, because last year and previous years we have engaged FACE and other professional companies for training the students, but now we are training on our own. Our own team is able to give very good training by understanding our students' strengths and weaknesses. Similarly, the architecture students, they are getting placement, also they are becoming entrepreneurs on their own by creating many new things. நிறைய அவருடைய திட்டங்களை போய் அந்த கல்லூரியில் பார்க்கும் பொழுது அவருடைய டேலண்ட்ஸை வந்து எந்த ஒரு சிட்டி கல்லூரியிலையுமே பார்க்க முடியாது, அந்த அளவுக்கு நிறைய மாற்றங்களை செய்திருக்கின்றோம். அது எல்லாமே ஒரு வடிவம் பெறுவதற்காக, அது வடிவம் பெறுவது மட்டுமல்ல, மற்ற பகுதிகளுக்கும் மற்ற பொதுமக்களுக்கும் சென்றடைய வேண்டும். அதன் மூலமாக அத்தனை பேருக்குமே நம்முடைய கல்லூரியினுடைய திறன், நம்முடைய மாணவர்களுடைய திறமைகள் எல்லாமே நமக்கு வெளியே செல்ல வேண்டும் என்று நிறைய முயற்சிகளை நம்முடைய பிஆர்ஓ டிபார்ட்மெண்ட் அண்ட் ப்ரொமோஷன் டிபார்ட்மெண்ட் செஞ்சிட்டு இருக்காங்க. இது எல்லாமே 9 ஆண்டுகள் நாம் நிறைவு பெற்றிருக்கோம். 10 ஆண்டுகள் முடியும் பொழுது நிச்சயமாக நம்முடைய கல்லூரி ஒரு தன்னாட்சி, அது வந்து அட்டானமஸ்ன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க, அந்த அந்தஸ்தை பெற வேண்டும். நேக் என்பிஏ பெற வேண்டும். இந்த தரச்சான்றிதழ் எல்லாம் பெற்று அந்த தரத்தின்படி நாம் நடத்தணும்னா நிச்சயமாக இந்த பகுதியிலே ஒரு சிறந்த கல்லூரி என்ற பெயரை நிலைநிறுத்த முடியும். அதற்காக இன்றைக்கு வந்திருக்கக்கூடிய அத்தனை முதன்மை விருந்தினர்களும் நமக்கு வந்து என்னென்ன ஆலோசனை சொன்னாலும் சரி, அவங்களெலாம் கவர்னிங் போர்டில் போட்டு அவங்கள அப்பப்போ வர வச்சு அவர்களுடைய நேரத்தை சற்று நாம் உபயோகரமாக செலவழிக்கும் பொழுது நம்முடைய ஆசிரியர் பெருமக்களினுடைய நாலேஜ் லெவல் அதிகமாகும். அந்த நாலேஜ் லெவல் அதிகமாகும் பொழுது நம்முடைய மாணவர்களுக்கு கிடைக்கும் கல்வியின் தரம் உயரும். அந்த கல்வியின் தரம் உயரும் பொழுது நிச்சயமாக அந்த எம்ப்ளாயபிலிட்டி ஸ்கில்லை அதிகம் பண்ணி அதன் மூலமாக இந்த பெற்றோர்கள், இங்கே வந்திருக்கிற பெற்றோர்கள் அனைவருக்குமே நாங்கள் எந்த உத்தரவாதத்தோடு அல்லது எந்த நம்பிக்கையில் எங்கள் கல்லூரியில் உங்கள் மாணவர்களை சேர்த்தீர்களோ நிச்சயமாக அந்த நம்பிக்கையை நிறைவேற்றுவோம் என்று கூறி இந்த அருமையான நாளிலே மிக அருமையாக ஏற்பாடு செய்துள்ள இந்த நிகழ்விற்கு வந்திருக்கின்ற நம்முடைய விருந்தினர்கள் அனைவரையும், நம்முடைய மேடையின் கீழ் அமைந்திருக்கின்ற விருந்தினர்கள் அனைவரையும் மீண்டும் ஒரு முறை பாராட்டி அவர்களுடைய வாழ்த்துக்களை அவர்கள் வாழ்த்துக்கள் உங்களுடைய மாணவர்களுக்கு கிடைக்க வேண்டும், அதன் மூலமாக நாம் மேலும் மேலும் வளர வேண்டும் என்று வாழ்த்தி விடைபெறுகிறேன். நன்றி, வணக்கம்.
Thank you, sir.
So what happened was, when I was traveling right from the airport of Coimbatore to right here in the college, I was complete with Mr. Ratnam, and let me tell you, he's phenomenal speaker. He is phenomenal as a human being. Can we have a big round of applause for him? Thank you so much. I'll get into my speech later, but that's something remarkable for your institute which we have got. We have started coming here campus, but we wanted to contribute in education one step further. And whatever Mr. Professor Dr. Nateshan has put it across in last 10 years from 0 to 7,000 students in about 110 acres is remarkable to his visionary leadership. I think he deserves a big round of applause as well. And to mark this excellence, we from Hyundai can actually do a very least. So in order to facilitate the students to have a hands-on experience in gaining up their expertise, we would offer him a small gift of token, which will be a car of Grand i10 and an engine, which could be a choice of yours, could be a petrol or Zeton. So this is what from us, please.
மாணவர்களுக்கு ஹேண்ட்ஸ் ஆன் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் ட்ரைனிங் தர்றதுக்காக ஹுண்டாய் i10 கார் ஒன்று காலேஜுக்கு பரிசாக தர்றாங்க ஹுண்டாய் கம்பெனியிலேருந்து. அனைவருமே எந்திரிச்சு நின்று அந்த கம்பெனிக்கு ஒரு ஸ்டாண்டிங் ஓவேஷன் தரலாம்.
Because I love introducing myself. And anyway, thank you. I don't know, where did you find those about me? Probably you Googled it around. Anyway, thank you so much. But I'll still take a time of giving me introduction about myself, because I want to make you understand that I'm actually not as great as you actually think. I'm still striving to achieve in my career. And it's just that I've been overwhelmed with the appreciation which I've got here. First, I actually do not want to be this side of the stage. I actually want to be that side of the stage. Why? Because I still remember when I actually graduated way back in 2003, and I completed my post-graduation in 2006. It's almost close to 10 years now I've been working. But let me tell you, student life is awesome. There's nothing great that you can achieve. You've been there, you enjoy all over the time, and I still like it. When everybody was speaking and you guys were making a noise, that was really awesome. But I was little surprised and taken aback to see when I was actually entering, and I saw this side has been occupied by boys and this side has been occupied by girls. And every noise which I could actually hear, I heard only boys' noise, not the girls' noise. But I want to make it very clear that girls are nowhere being, less than a boys. Let me put very clearly, the girls are going much more stronger, and I, coming from a manufacturing industry, we actually not a good employer of women. I want to be honestly comment here. We actually have 1% of women working in an organization. But in a recent time, what I see, the energy, the passion, what women demonstrate is far more better than a man. So kudos to the women sitting here. Now, I want to make it much more realistic. When they told me I have 30 minutes to speak. Honestly, I don't have anything to speak about 30 minutes. So, still I'm trying to make an effort, but I'll try to take I'll thank you for who's over making an agenda. One, I was actually nervous. Why? Will I be speaking after Mr. Ratnam? Then nobody will actually bother listening me. And so I actually was thinking in the way he's speaking, his flamboyance, I think I would actually limit my speech to just 5 minutes and quit it down because there will be nobody to even listen to my talk. But when I saw the agenda, I was actually very happy that I'm much above him. Why? Because you will still listen to me, and after that, you will actually much more enjoy his speech. And I can cut short my speech to 15 minutes because you will not be able to bear me beyond that. So thank you so much for making agenda and putting me much forward. I still feel very comfortable now. And now going back to, I still have to honor all the dignitaries sitting right here. Your chairman, who's taking forward the entire visionary leadership, bringing up this entire Excel Institute, right, the Excel word coming from the excellence, due honors to him. And Mr. Madan, who is taking forward his excellence, going forward to the new generation, I think he deserves a big round of applause as well. And all the professors and directors who are making every point in their life to ensure the students are converted into an employable and they are actually made out in their career. I actually like your statement when you make it that he'll be much more happy that when you have a degree on one hand and job offer on another hand. I think that statement can only come a visionary leader. So I want my speech not to be, speech itself looks very honored. I will just give my talk, whatever my initial experience of 10 years talks about. Thanks to Hyundai that I've actually started my journey as a management trainee in Hyundai. And now I've grown up as one among the fastest managers there. But in that 10 years, I've actually really understood one simple thing in the life. One need to be disciplined very much. Attitude, and the most important is one need to have aggressiveness. I'm not trying to exaggerate here. All your students are fantastic, awesome, you have full of energy. But are you able to show the same energy back in interviews? It's something is very, very important. I'm not trying to bring your thought over here, but I'm making you understand when you started off a school, you wanted to do a college, you were worried which college should I go for. When you did the college, now you're worried which company should I join. The worry is all over, it's worry still us. After when I get a job, I'm worried whom should I get married to. After that, how do I take care of my children? After that, how do I manage my old life? The worry is all over the life. But very important element is right at you're sitting at the edge where you have to decide what you're going to do in your career. And at this particular moment, I will give you some vital statistics. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm not so technocrat of managing mics, so I'll give you a vital statistics because last 3 years I've been actually in the hiring role and go across India to hire people. So we generally hire bachelors of engineering from all the mechanical and auto field. So the larger macro statistics is only 8% of the engineers are actually employable. I'm not here to dishearten all of you, but I'm trying to bring clarity to the thought that 8% out of 100% only gets the job. And they are up to the mark of what their required qualification. They are not underemployed, what I'm trying to say. If I talk today underemployed and employability, it is 18%. But a BE, you should be actually doing a job of a BE, but not job of a diplomas. And that's where I'm trying to highlight it, that 8% across India. And if you really want to be that 8%, you need to retain that same energy, passion, what you do in interview. Very, very important. I'm just giving you Hyundai statistics. We went across doing in recruiting 100 engineers. And I want to bring very clear to you that we have gone through 18,000 students from India to select that 100, which marginally 1%. And so you can understand that the employability is so tough. And why I'm trying to be, especially in an annual day, which is a day of celebration, I see colors all over, It's right, the women are totally colorful, the men are full of energy. but I'm trying to make you much more to understand. That's a vital thing which we all need to know. But I'll tell you another story as well. It's very important to know. If we are talking about that 8%, but in the world, India has the highest youngest population. When I say this, way back, I mean, when China will actually have the aging, working population will be aged around 35 to 40. US is actually ranging around 40. Western entire thing is on 40, and it's only India which is making in the arena of 20 to 25. And you're right actually in that mode. So the opportunities right in front of you. Some may not have opportunities. So what? Build the door and knock the opportunities. That's something is very important. I mean, I don't wish to be a philosophical speaker because actually I'm not. I've been actually known for my blunt statements, but I prefer that it's important that we realize now, then to later affect our careers. I'll tell you a story of I being a failure. Actually, I started off my career as when I was in school. I was actually not a good student at all. I always used to fail most of the exams. I'm not joking, I'm pretty serious on that. But I used to pass away somehow the annual exam because whole night study in the books, somehow get through pass of marginal crossing about 60-70%. But when I went to the 10th, I don't know, but what happened, I got scored 70%. Honestly speaking, I really don't know how did I score 70% at all. When I went to 12th, I actually scored 90%. I still wonder how did I score, because I have actually not written anything at all. I was still wondering how did I score 90%. And when I went to the college, I'm basically a Rajput, so we used to wear a bali. I don't know whether everybody you understand. We used to wear earrings both the years. So my principal used to, every time when I enter the college, he will at least scold me for 10 minutes. And he will say me, you're not worth, you cannot even go next year. And the first year I was struggling to even getting a hall ticket. And I went for an exam without knowing there is an exam today. I was so careless. So somebody told me, I said, why everybody is around reading books? He said, today is examination. I said, oh God, I didn't know about it at all. So I went and wrote an exam because I had no option. But luckily, I don't know what happens again, it actually passed and I scored about 48%, first year of my college, BCom. And when I went to second year, I actually started serious. I said, if I retain this, I don't know what will happen to my career. So second year, I studied hard. Only during examination, I scored about 70, and the third year, I actually scored about 85. So that average was to around 65, 70. And I was wondering, what will I actually do? I was right standing, I didn't know what do I do. Because when I was 12th standard student, I thought I wanted to become an Air Force. And I actually applied for that as well. But they rejected my application stating that you do not have a max. So you cannot be enrolled for an Air Force. I said, okay. I wanted to get into the business, but let me tell you, I made disaster loss after my graduation for first 1 month. So my dad said, you better be at home happy. So I was absolutely a failure. Then I didn't know what to do, but something struck me that, if I'm not been studying, but how am I been getting past all this while? So there is something is there in me. So I actually went up, did CFA, just started financial analyst from ECFA University. I actually cleared that. And I got into the job of an auditor as well. I was actually doing mess over that auditing. Wherever there used to be a plus, I used to do a minus. 1 year I did the job, and I actually quit. And all that I actually realized it, that I was actually not the person what I'm actually looking at it all this while. And I introspected it. I'm sure the word introspection will be much more stressed by in his speech because he gave me a lot of highlights during the journey as well. I did introspection on myself and I understood I'm a much more people-oriented person. So why not do a higher education again? I did higher education. Luckily, I got campus placed. I've actually got 4 campus offers, and I got campus placed Hyundai. And first year, didn't know anything to do. Thought that I'm a management trainee, I can actually achieve something. I already got a job of, I started off at that time it was just about 10,000 salary. So I said, it makes sense for me. Why do I have to do it more? But let me tell you, all my batchmates were much higher in scale of salaries concerned. That's actually striked me. My grandfather told me, if you want to be happy, compare yourself with the person who's on the right below you. So you'll be actually happy. But he also told me, if you want to be successful, then compare yourself with the one person who's above you. And actually, I started comparing one person above me. And that keeps extra stimulated energy in me that I kept driving every day and night. Let me put it very clear. I knew that I will start at morning 5 o'clock to office, but I didn't know what time I'll reach back to the home. So thanks to the organization who have recognized me, and I'm the youngest manager there. So that shows me that, I was a failure, but I actually lately realized it, that I need to revamp myself, re-engineer myself. But let me tell you, folks, it's not going to happen now. You're into much more competitive field. When I did, it's almost a decade back when the scenario was different. And now the scenario is absolutely different. I want to be very clear to you, you need to realize it right away that it is important that what you are, you need to try to understand that. You have to struggle to get that the best in you. I would like to tell you, you don't have to be a rocket science in anything. When I actually recruit a person, I don't look at rocket science engineering skills. No. All we look is his communication skills, his flexibility, his aggressiveness, and most importantly, his attitude. It's a simple word which every teacher will actually talk to you in the classroom and you'll say, it's the same boring word we'll be listening. But let me tell you, that will make difference in one point of time in your career. So just try and focus on that. I definitely cannot be an expert to tell you what's right and what's wrong, but I can actually guide you what did I feel was right, which can actually help you on facilitate in your career. I'll tell you, government is making humongous steps to understand and bring the element out of you. We have Narendra Modi coming up talking about Make in India. I'll tell you, this will create a huge job opportunities. Everybody at here will actually be placed. So that's one thing is always there. I already reiterated that you are part of the young India, young workforce of the world. I will also like to give you, job market has actually picked up. And honestly, remarkably, I'm telling you, I was talking to Madan when he said that 50% was as a campus placed. I think you should be really happy because colleges like PSG's, Sri Krishna Engineering, which is nearby, have actually not reached that level. So remarkable to the Excel Institute for bringing that Excel in you. But there is one more statistics which may really dishearten you because all are here at engineering. Employability of diplomas are 90%. Employability of engineering is 10%. So you really have to jack it up, trying to prove that you are part of that first 10%. I would like to tell you that Indians are best in knowledge. Why do I say that? Actually, I don't know how many of you have actually benchmarked the education system prevailing in the Western regions, other Asian regions and Indian. We, the Indian, actually can have a holistic knowledge on everything, whatever we do. The only Indians can actually do a jugaad. I really don't know what you actually mean by jugaad in Tamil, but jugaad is all about innovating it at a very cheaper cost, and that's where the Indians are famous for. All the best companies of the world are headed by an Indian CEOs. So I think you should really be proud that a South Indian is actually heading in all the global companies. Pepsi is again owned by Microsoft. You name it as a Google, which is which is a subsidiary company of an Alphabet, also owned by, direction by an Indian. So I think Indians are the best, and I think the strive, energy, passion, you should retain it to going forward. Last but not the least, I leave you with 12 points which will actually make you difference in your career. I don't know how many of you actually take back home, but it is very important that today when you go out from here, I think when I was actually a college student, whenever there was an annual day celebration like this, I used to sit on that side and say, it's actually boring. Is it not? Is it not? Okay. I actually felt it. I want to be honest. I used to say it's boring. What is that he's speaking? Yeah, as if he's a great person who has to speak. I'm honestly, that's how I always said that. But I actually lately realized it. You don't know. I'm actually just a 10 years experience. I'm giving you all my 10 years experience in a matter of 30 minutes. But just understand, I'm just a molecule in entire dice. But you have eminent personality sitting on a dice and they're going to float down 30 years of plus experience in just matter of 15, 20 minutes. I send big applause to all of them and your Excel Institute for doing that. So just this 12 rules points before I actually conclude to my talk. This 12 rules, I don't know how many of you take back home, but it's very vital. What you have learned in college is just the foundation for future learning and nothing else. Let me tell you folks, because what you read is only a textbooks. But what you see in the industry is absolutely a practical world which do not understand that. You need to pull up your socks to understand macro level of economics. You need to understand where industries are going. You need to understand how jobs get it done. Second point, be someone that your colleagues would want to work with. I'm sure the attitude, ego is everywhere. Every human being is filled with an attitude and ego. But the right blend of attitude is very important. If you want to be success, you have to be good to your colleagues. Wherever you work, whatever you do, does not matter. I'm just giving you an example for this. I've been to China for one of the visit, and we were taken to one factory which was driven by a chauffeur. 2 hours he drove us from one place to another place, and then we went to a factory. There was an orientation, and then finally we met everybody. And I actually said, the driver, you're awesome. Your driving skill is fantastic. You've been driving in the hills for 150, 140 miles. Superb. He said, thank you. He didn't say a word uttered than more than that. When we finished our orientation, he said, the CEO of the company will actually come and meet you. Let me tell you that the CEO was none other than the driver who was driving us. So it is not that what you're doing it is whatever you do, you have to have that filled passion, and I'm sure one day you will actually get succeeded. So third thing is, you're not as smart as you think you are. Even if you think you are smart, then you are. I want to make it very clear, keep the smartness always alive. That's what is going to take you forward, but please understand, appreciate others' smartness as well. It's very important to take you towards success. From very first moment, remember, you're creating an impression. Let me tell you one thing, your first impression is the last impression. We do interview process. When he introduces himself or herself, 30 seconds we say he's employable or not. That 30 seconds you have to prove yourself. If you cannot prove yourself in first 30 seconds, you cannot make an impact. So your first impression will always first, it will always be a last. So always try to focus on that. Do what required from the menial to the extraordinary and get the job done. I think you have to go miles away. Somebody said you have to be successful, you have to go 1 mile. Gone were the days, folks. You have to walk extra miles and miles to be successful. So keep that alive in you. The harder and smarter you work, the luckier you get. Don't think he has done the job, I go represent. Smart work, appreciate it, get recognized, get promotion. Not going to work in the long run. You have to keep doing your hard work. Simplify that with your smart work, otherwise you will not be actually succeeded. So please get that rules. I'm sure I'm taking your time, but honestly, this is 12 rules and I will actually quit. Most important thing, learn to listen and listen to learn. I think that's a point right now what I'm going to make. I don't know how many of you have actually heard the first 6 points I said, but this 7th point, please listen it. It's very important. It's learn to listen and listen to learn. Keep your ears opening. Learning is all over. It's all over. Does not matter you're from which institute of the world. If you keep your ears open, somebody very phenomenally said, God has given us 2 ears, and you know, why? It's just because you have to keep listening, because the learning is all over. Please listen more and speak less. I think that will drive you forward. I think best of the learning coming from there. Always do your homework. I think the word homework comes when you go in a school, when your teacher says, do the homework and come back. But let me tell you, right in a job, every day, every moment you need to do homework, because the world is so competitive, because we retrench. I don't know how many of you actually understand the word retrench. I'll tell you, we terminate. close to 5% of the employees every year. Because if they don't show the improvement, because the world is so competitive, you need to keep improving every day. So that's where I'm trying to say, keep doing your homework always. Don't learn the tricks of the trade. Learn the trade. It's very important that, everybody will actually figure it out. What is the loophole of going out of the college? And be honest, everybody will know what is the loophole out of the college, bunking the college. But let me tell you, if you really know that you don't bunk it, is fair enough. You're mastered in that. So try and focus on learning the trade instead of learning the tricks of the trade. Embrace your weakness. And actually, he was in the discussion also was saying, I don't know how many of you know Michael Jordan. You know Michael Jordan? You know Michael Jordan? No, okay. Michael Jordan actually said, I know he's a famous player, but he said this word is that, identify the weakness of mine and that I'll convert into a strength, and that's where he's been successful in life. So please identify your weakness right away. Everybody is not perfect. Identify your weakness, work on that, it's very important. Networks your brain out. I'll tell you what this college is actually doing it. It's actually networking. And I think you have to start doing the networking right away. If college is able to bring that employment opportunities, the opportunities right knocking out of your academic, they are doing a phenomenal amount of network. I think you have to start doing in your career now for you to get recognized and help wherever you required in your career. Last but not the least, the basic principle, don't lose yourself trying to be what do you think others want you to be. In simple terms, you please be yourself always, but understand how the world is actually going through. Yeah, I actually conclude my speech with that, and I'm sure the ability and the word excel will actually go much more beyond towards the excellence, because let me tell you, success, excellence is far more better than a success. So try to be an excellent student. Your ability will actually drive you forward. And again, thank you for the dignitaries for providing me this opportunity. I will just say 5 words. Show up, speak up, look up, team up, and don't give up. I think that's where I call for you. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
லவ் மேரேஜ் பண்ணாங்க. அது மட்டும் வெற்றி இல்லை, அவங்க அந்த லவ்வுக்கு அப்புறம் அவங்களுடைய வேலையை அதோட அதிகமாக லவ் பண்ணி வேலையை செஞ்சிட்டு இருக்கிறதுனால தான் அவங்க வெற்றி பெற்றிருக்காங்க. அந்த கருத்துக்களை ஃபாலோ பண்ணுங்கள். இந்த தருணத்தில் நம்முடைய அழைப்பினை ஏற்று இங்கே வருகை புரிந்துள்ள நம்முடைய சேலம் மிட்டவுன் ரோட்டரி சங்கத்தினை சேர்ந்த டாக்டர் ரொட்டேரியன் டாக்டர் செல்வரங்கம் அவர்களை மேடைக்கு அழைக்கின்றேன். நம்முடைய துணைத் தலைவர் அவர்களுக்கு பொன்னாடை போத்தி கௌரவிப்பார்கள்.
Resources from Symbiosis University Pune. He is having nearly 24 years experience in plant corporate HR, including 10 years overseas experience. Mr. O.S. Khan is presently working in the capacity of General Manager Human Resource and Industrial Relation with Look India Schaeffler Group, manufacturing automotive components and supplying to all of the major vehicle manufacturer. Now I request him to share his thoughts with us. Sir, please.
Good afternoon. Welcome. First of all, I enjoy the noise you make. So first of all, a very big round of applause from all. Not enjoyed much. Okay, so now a very big round of applause for girls engineers. Friends, I am having a connection with you. I am also an engineer actually. I have done my BE in electrical engineering from Bhopal University in 1990. So let's have a big round of applause for the engineering fraternity. Okay, when Mr. Natwar was speaking, he has covered almost all the points, all the aspects which are fire. That if you are having commitment deeper than sea, and if your attitude is higher than sky, then you will shine like a sun. You will shine brighter than a sun in the sky. So what does it mean? That you should have the commitment to your studies. You should have the commitments to your work. The attitude is very much important. attitude is very, very, very vital thing, very much important. And attitude plus skills. I am not talking only about the soft skills, I am talking about the technical skills also. If you will put together in a basket, then it will become the competency. How many of you are willing to become the leader in their own field? Just raise your hands. How many of you want to become the leader in their own field, in engineering field? Leader. Talaiwa. Okay, so almost everybody is willing to become the leader. Okay, now for becoming the leader, we have to have certain competencies. The very first competency which is required is the knowledge of the work you do, which is called, over a period of time, it is called technical skills. Then communication. I am not talking about communication when it comes to only English, you know, that fluency on one language or something like this. I am talking about the interpersonal and communication skills. Okay, the attitude. So these are few things which will make you not only employable, but these things will help you to become the leader in your own field. There are certain competencies when we talk